Hey y'all, it's Dalanie.
And it's Katie, and this is Classically Black Podcast,
where we talk all things classical music and being black in the profession.
with trap beats playing in the background. Hey
y'all.
Happy Monday.
Happy Black Music Month.
Yep.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Happy Caribbean American Heritage Month. Found that out this year. It's a new month. We should make our own month.
Yeah, happy Black Classical Musician Month.
I was gonna say Happy Black Classically Black Month.
I mean, me too, but I was like, what's more widely?
But if anybody can have a month.
Dang, we just said that after Black music.
You have to cut that out.
No, but seriously though, there are some
there's something like Black History Month, Pride Month.
Yeah.
Like we need those. Mm. Then it's like Pancake Month. There's no Pancake Month.
But the days really, they just be getting willy nilly.
But also, does are there multiple pancake days? Or maybe the UK has a different pancake day.
No, probably. They call them pancakes?
But they look like crepes.
There's a whole lot of stuff that look like what it's not supposed to over there. So
what y'all got going on? But this dude I follow, Scott Lou, he's so freaking funny. He went to see Beyonce in London. And he was like, y'all know London food be on some stuff. So he went to McDonald's. And the people in the comments, which is like, never thought Scott Lou would go to McDonald's. But people in the comments were like, London food is fire. I don't know where you be going. And I was like, I only had one meal in London. And it inspired me to recreate the meal when I got home. So I can't, I do want to go back because I don't know. I feel like I would live in London if I didn't want to live here. But there's food there. It's just you got to find it. But why everything got to be tucked away?
Well, comment on the episode if you have food recommendations in London.
I'm not going no time soon. Are you?
I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on going no time soon.
But you never know what the future holds.
My pocketbook knows.
Well, hopefully.
Oh, well.
Right, I was about to say.
She don't know what's coming.
Exactly.
Positively.
Hopefully something life-changing. So.
In the positive way.
Oh. Please, nothing life-changing the other way. Okay.
You have a $500,000 medical bill.
That's insane.
Girl, just cut it off. At that point, like,
I'm pulling the plug. Like,
I'm like, ma'am, it's just your leg. Your leg is broken. My girl. No Wahala, please.
Okay. Well, getting into the news this week. Something popped off right before we recorded right after we recorded our last episode. Mm-hmm. But as y'all probably, I think we said it in the last episode, we had to record that like a week or two early because we were both out of town. So a couple people DM'd us and was like, "Oh, you know, share this or talk about this or whatever," and we shared it on our story, but yeah, the episode was recorded and one of us wasn't even in America. So,
okay, see. I miss Columbia.
Okay.
Doing our next episode from there. Just a short plane ride away. Mm-hmm. Only 11 hours.
11 hours?
That flight from Panama was 7 hours. I said,
whoa. Where the hell was Columbia? I didn't know it was that far.
You know what's hilarious? Columbia is only 2 hours ahead of us.
It's just way down.
It's like down, and they don't do daylight savings. So it's like,
dang, 7 hours. How long is the flight to Panama?
To Panama, 7 hours. To Columbia, 30 minutes.
Oh,
I just rounded up for the bit. Dang. It was so long. I haven't been on a flight that long in a while. Because just when I start to get antsy from here to Chicago, the plane lands. And long flights don't bother me. It's just I hate using that bathroom. I hate so it's just like, I was like, oh, I haven't been to Europe in years. I haven't been to Europe since 2019. So there's been no reason for me to do a long haul flight.
Dang.
And the lady next to me had a baby and I was worried about that, but she was actually so cool. And she was like, men should be required to sit down when they pee on the plane. I'm like, and that's exactly why my urethra is probably dried up right now. I was not finna use that bathroom. I was not, you could smell it from there. I was not finna use that bathroom. Like, if it was an emergency, I do have Clorox wipes and stuff like that. But it's just like she was like the floor was sticky. She's like a 2-year-old.
I hate that.
How do you keep a 2-year-old mucked up in a bathroom like that? It's tiny in there. You have to like probably hold her up. The plane is moving. Yeah, she needs to write it into law. But anyway, something happened.
Right, y'all should have to be out the window.
Honestly, well, wear a diaper. Something got to be done. That's why my flight was late getting in from Cartagena. I didn't have time to go to the bathroom in between. I said, well, if I'm wearing a diaper at 50.
That's crazy. And also 40.
Or 40. I got to stop doing it. Anyway, we don't have to talk about my bathroom practices.
Well, new episode alerts. Mm-hmm. New topic.
I already told you about my cycle last time. We're getting so close, guys. Don't you love that?
I'm trying to think of a title. Title of this episode, Katie's Downstairs Business.
Fun and engaging and intimate.
Down. Okay. Anyway, what happened before we left? Completely off topic. And it's not funny at all. So the composer, Rosephayne Powell, she's a choral composer, posted a video and a statement on social media saying that she believed Indiana Bible College had unlawfully and allegedly based its new song off of one of her compositions. And the development there is that Indiana Bible College has decided to sue her and her music publisher.
Sue her,
claiming defamation after she posted that and after it gained traction online. So they made this filing a couple days ago in the U.S. District Court, Southern District of Indiana. And they said that statements made by Fred Bach Music Company and Rosephayne Powell have damaged the school's reputation and led it to lose business.
How?
By saying that.
No, I'm saying, so how do they know that so quickly? Did enroll, like, you know what I mean? Enrollment, people already enrolled for the fall.
Well, they had, because the song went viral, and apparently they had some, I don't know, deals or whatever.
Oh well.
I think, yeah, that fell through. So they're saying that the publicity of her statement led them to lose business, and also it's defamation. So, or what they're saying is defamation. So it's also just about allegedly damaging their reputation. So in late April, they came out with a song called John 1. And a video of their choir singing that song went viral, and then that's when her statement came out saying that it's derivative of an a cappella work of hers called The Word Was God, which she wrote in 1996. So after she went and online and told everybody her feelings about it, a lot of people, especially in like Black classical music circles, were sharing it, including us. And one thing that I didn't know when I first read about this was that they had the Indiana Bible College had requested permission to use her composition, The Word Was God, in 2024, and she said no. So now all of a sudden in 2025, y'all got a composition that sound like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's kind of, I was like, oh, y'all really.
And then suing for defamation, kind of crazy. After that, and y'all Bible college, y'all should lose business.
Oh, it's like, oh, that's not very Bible-y of you.
That's what I'm saying. Not very John 1-y of you either. Like, whoa.
Y'all must be going by the 11th commandment, thou shalt steal.
11A, especially if you're white.
Like,
cool. I saw that video. Well, also Indiana. I mean, to be fair, Amari's in Bible college. He's in Oklahoma, but everybody in that video was white. So,
yeah. There's also, the fact that they were doing business, so they were making a profit. I mean, well, it was on Apple Music. They put John 1 on Apple Music, which they're not making a profit, but they make it for all intents and purposes. That's making a profit. I'm just saying that because streaming don't pay nothing, but still, they were also selling sheet music of this composition that they were doing. So that also is probably what contributed to them leading to go public with this copyright claim. I know that her publisher also issued a copyright claim on their video on YouTube, and YouTube removed it.
The video?
But they still have it up on Facebook. They have a performance video up on Facebook. So, yeah. They're obviously maintaining that John 1 is an original composition, and that it doesn't infringe on any, quote, protectable elements of her composition. And they said that it was independently composed in the summer of 2024. Yeah, right after she said, no, y'all can't use my stuff. So we will keep y'all updated on what happens with this. It just seemed like, y'all trying to shut her up because legal battles are expensive. So
yeah.
I will link the article in the description so that y'all can read more about that and hopefully get some updates. Next up in the news, apparently physicists have created the world's smallest violin using nanotechnology.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought of.
Yep. Thought I had it right here. But apparently it's smaller than this. I think this is broken. Oh yeah, peg. Peg is broken off. Playing it for us?
I love how the strings don't move.
Well, only way I'm gonna sound good. So anyway, yes, it is smaller than that. It says it's smaller than a speck of dust, actually. So the violin was created to test a new system used to study and create ultra small structures. Apparently physicists at Loughborough University in England have embarked on this endeavor. Apparently the violin is so small that it could sit within the width of a human hair. How that's a violin?
What, it look like a violin? Does it have pictures?
I think they do have a picture. Oh, yeah. That's what it looks like. It will be linked in the description.
Oh, so it's not playable. They didn't make it. They didn't make a violin just very, 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 very small.
It says the microviolin was created using nanophaser, which is a precision tool that can write nanoscale patterns using a heated needle-like tip. The violin shape was etched onto a chip, and its final and platinum-coated image was smaller than a speck of dust. It says there are months of testing and refinement that went into the final design, and the entire, quote, writing and coding process took 3 hours to complete. And it's made from platinum and measuring 35 microns, which is 1/1,000,000th of a meter long and 13 microns wide. And it was designed to demonstrate capabilities of the school's new nanolithography system, which was a multi-million-pound setup for research that they have. They also have a video on how it was made. So I'll link that in the description as well. Yeah.
Riveting. It's like I didn't realize. I thought nothing. It's early. It's not early, but I thought they used the little technology to. I didn't know they drew it. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
I thought they used it to
yeah, because that's what they're saying implies. Because when you say you made a violin,
that's why I was like, don't make me feel stupid.
As drawing a violin. But to be fair, I haven't watched the video on how they made it. Maybe there's something, because since they said it's made out of some type of metal, maybe it's because it's 3D. But I guess in order to be a violin, I guess it doesn't have to be playable.
Oh, because that's a violin technically. I mean, I guess. Or
if you make a box violin or a prop violin or something like that, which are violins, they're just not really made for playing. Because I've played a prop instrument and they're technically playable, but they're junk instruments. They just put any old bridge on there, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll put that in the Musical Instrument Museum. We should go there.
Where's that at?
Arizona.
I've been wanting to go to Arizona, not for that, but because it's pretty. I want to go luxuriate at an Airbnb
and go to the musical instrument museum. You're not interested at all?
On the way, not really actually. Damn. Are you?
A little bit. They have the octobase there.
I
would like to see octobase. They're not gonna let you play it though, but they have somebody that demonstrates it.
Oh shoot!
And they have like other just probably weird instruments you've never even seen or heard of before. And then we going vlogging it.
I mean, I will go for content on the way to something else.
She hates that music. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, I want to go to Arizona for the Grand Canyon, for the spa, to relax.
Not for the medieval violins.
And then, like, on the way back home, if it's, like, not far off the highway, then we can stop in for a couple minutes. Or I could wait in the car. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not 100% interested, but I will go if we were in Arizona. I wouldn't go for that. You will go for that. You will go to Arizona for that museum. I say on a classical music podcast. What orchestra's in Arizona?
Phoenix Symphony.
Phoenix. Okay.
I think it's in Phoenix. I think the museum is in Phoenix.
Oh, what's his name's not there no more? I realized.
I don't really know what else to do in Arizona besides the Grand Canyon.
Spas, beautiful restaurants. It's on my list. It was gonna be on my list.
It was everywhere on your list. So
you said what?
Everywhere on your list.
Not Wichita.
Yeah. Until somebody tag you and said you're gonna see something on TikTok. Wichita. It could be anything. And it could be like they got a what? Let me think. Because the last one was bird watching.
Oh, I do want to go birding. Birding sounds relaxing and peaceful.
I can't even think of something random enough.
That's a thing. Like it just comes to me. Like I'll be like, oh, I could do that. I have to admit there are binoculars in my Amazon cart right now. I can be very disciplined with stuff that I like, but I'm willing to try anything. I got tennis rackets. I got boxing gloves. I'll do it. And then like I'm not a serial hobbyer, but like I can be. Cause we'll probably go birding one time and I'll be like, all right, well, that was good. I went on one hike. Now I'm being told we should go again. No, I went one time. That's enough. You know, so.
Is it? You're gonna be on it.
I just don't want to go. That wasn't even a real hike. So I'm like, now he wants to go on a real hike. Up, because like when you walking on little things like this is like up. It's just up.
She gonna be there. We both know you finna be there.
Like I still want to drive a boat because I know Aurora will hear this. I still haven't let it go from summer 2023 when summer 2022 when I wanted to rent a boat and just ride around in the Charleston Bay, and everybody was against it because we don't know how to drive a boat. They will teach us how to drive the boat. So I still want to do that. It's a bay. It's not like I said let's go on the Atlantic. That would be crazy. There's a little bay. What happened to doing yacht shit? That's what we'll be doing.
With a licensed professional.
They ain't want to come off that bread. So what? We're going to have to rent a little.
Have fun, Katie. I hope you return.
I just don't see how wrong it could go.
And you want somebody to show you.
Like how, if we in a bay, I'm saying like, cause like.
That sounds worse.
Oh, because there's other boats.
And it's like.
I can see that actually.
Now you lose control, you're going towards the shore. Like.
Or worse, the other way.
No, I feel like it's worse towards the shore because of the impact and.
But a bay it's like it's sand. Like,
but,
walk away, we gonna crash. Like, you know.
How hard is hitting stuff? I mean, that's like getting into a car crash.
Yeah. How hard is it to drive a boat? Do you have any idea how to drive a boat? Yeah, I mean, it didn't happen. I guess they weren't. I get it. can't wait to be doing y'all stuff. That's so my aesthetic. From my mouth to God's ears. But anyway.
Yep, that was the news.
Mm-hmm. We're going to the, what's it called? Medieval Instrument Museum?
Just Musical Instrument Museum.
How far is
We're not going.
You said what?
I said we're not going.
I would go if we are doing other things there. If we are solely going for the museum. Anyway, time for the intermission. I don't have much because I thought we were doing something completely different today. So, even though I only have 2 episodes and neither of them have to do with that idea, that, like, where did I even get that other idea from? Did we write it down somewhere else?
What other idea? This one?
What about shame? Did I make that up?
No, you didn't. You definitely didn't make it up. Oh, I don't have it on here either. Oh, well, this is the perfect time to write it.
What the hell it be going on with us? So we both know it's a thing.
I think I brought it up as a joke, but then you were like, oh, yeah. And then neither of us wrote it down.
Because I thought that was for today. But then I looked at my thing and I was like, oh.
Well, when you want to do it?
Might as well next week.
Okay.
Welcome to a Classically Black meeting. They go exactly like this every time, actually.
Except for the writing it down part.
And then, but you know what's great about this? They've heard and they saw you write that down. You wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
A complete sentence? Enough?
I wrote down a word.
Just shame.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing else. But we have, you know what? I didn't write anything. But at least it's on camera and it's on recording, because the issue is we have these elaborate meetings that last 3 hours, and then we don't, no one remembers anything, and there's no notes, even though you remember writing it down and this and that.
You started writing it down. Like when I sat down today, I opened my notebook and the last thing just said Patreon. What's going on there?
Yes, like.
But then I remembered why I wrote that down, and then Katie said no to my other thing. A little risque. It wasn't risque, but it was more like it was a secret.
But I can see why for Patreon.
Yeah, I can see why, boss. So it's just like.
Anyway, into the world of Classically Black.
We should start live streaming our meetings.
That actually might be tea, because it's not really a lot of meeting. That's why it'd be so long. No, that one time where we locked in because we had to, because I was literally falling asleep at that cafe. That was good. Mm-hmm. We've gotten better. Mm-hmm. And you know what? The best thing is nothing could be as bad as that readathon. I think that was us at our worst. We
were for like 20 minutes and before talking for like 4 hours. We felt way more miserably than we thought we would.
Like, that was us. It's never been a Classically Black meeting has never gone like that. Was us at our absolute worst. I think we read out of 24 hours. We read like 2.
I was gonna say, yeah.
What? Literally what?
It was just a live-a-thon. We're just living our lives.
I'm never doing that again.
We said we're gonna do a workathon.
I would do a workathon though.
When
do we have 24 hours? Oh, I'm off on Fridays during the summer.
Oh yeah, me too.
We should try that, actually.
Here we go, doing a workathon.
Can I do that though?
We can live stream.
Oh yeah, I don't have my children on Fridays anymore.
They were her baby dad.
Mm-hmm. Let me think that through, not with them listening. Because yeah, we need to do that. I was thinking Juneteenth, but I'm trying to be outside. Some vegan sausages on a grill type vibe. But that could work. By 4. Actually, I have a deadline on 6/15. Oh, isn't that coming up? It's so funny how 6/15 was a month ago. And now it's let's write a feature in 10 days. Outline's done though.
Period.
Just the scenes and the dialogue. That's it.
Is that all?
That's it. Outlines done though.
It's half the battle.
It's outlined in here.
I mean, dude, I ain't even got nothing outlined.
I have the A through F stories. That's what I have because I just realized I don't really have outline. I
ain't got shit to show for my life so far.
You have nothing to show for your entire life at all. You know what? Cut the cameras. I don't even want to do this no more. And I got a gig.
That was a huge exaggeration.
I got a gig in Costa
That was
Mesa.
a huge exaggeration. Hold on. It was a huge. I was like, wait, how am I gonna say this? And then that's what came out. That's not true.
Relatable.
But
sometimes you just gotta say it.
But for that area of my life, I ain't got no A through F story for nothing. Last thing I tried to write was doo-doo. So
it's hard. You doing that manuscript thing? We should talk about this later. There's a manuscript thing on Blacklist. Yeah, I know you were trying to write. I'm not trying to put your business out. You can cut it out. But I know you were trying to write a novel.
I mean, you already said that a couple episodes ago. I was like, so
I did?
Yeah.
I did?
Yes. I was like, so.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, but if it was that serious, I would cut it out. But.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Just yapping.
Manuscript stuff be. But yeah, you literally have to finish a manuscript. You have to.
I mean.
Except for. That's the classic Black's business out there. But there are some things you don't need to write a manuscript for. So.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, if you start today.
Different types of books. If you're writing a novel, you need to write a manuscript. If you're writing a nonfiction, something like that, you need a proposal.
Well, the Onyx Collective, I think, is optioning manuscripts, unpublished manuscripts. It's due August 6th, I think. So if you start tomorrow, that's only like.
What is that gonna be?
If you start tomorrow, it's only 1,000 words a day.
Oh, is that all? It's actually not that bad. Actually.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's really not that bad.
Because I was really trying to think how I was going to...
It's 1,000 words to write, but it's like, you know how like, people take years to write books. And also that's like 1,000 like words that will be in the novel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also it's drafts. And if you wrote 2,000 a day, and it has to be, I mean, a novel is normally... It could be anywhere between 40 and 100K. But you probably should be around 80K.
I should probably stop pussy dicking around.
It's ambitious, but I'm gonna see what I can come up with because I have an idea. But
for a book,
yeah, for a while. But I'm like, a novel's way harder than a script. A script you can. So
what you not doing?
Paying my taxes. I ain't figured it out.
Yeah, when they come scooping you off, you accepting your Emmy, they come scoop you off the stage.
I just gotta submit something, and we have more time because we're in California. That's why. What else am I not doing?
Yeah, that's it. That's really it. Because the book is crazy.
I mean, I had an idea for a while now. I just didn't know. Scripts are easy to write because first of all, scripts are not easy to write, but in my opinion, they're easier because like the slug lines and stuff it carries a lot of weight for you. Like you can just say like Delaney sits at a table, XYZ, da 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 da, and then you can just jump to dialogue. And then in between you put different action lines like Delaney gets up, da 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 da. With a novel, you gotta be like, in the beginning, we were and Ammon is, and we sat, and it's just like
and the light shone on her face,
the
twinkle at a 45-degree angle. And then you gotta make sure it's not too much like that.
You see,
and then the style,
like it's way harder. But I was like, I missed a couple deadlines. I was going back and forth about the Onyx Collective for months, but then I was like, I missed a couple deadlines. I need to just make up for it because that first quarter was whoa Nelly. So, but like, what else am I doing? Might as well do that. And I have a little bit more time because the school year's over. So now I've gone from all my students to one, I think, for now. Anyway, that's cute. What's your summer plans? Let's do that instead because I think it's fine.
My summer plans.
You shaking his ass with your hands out?
Yep. What was I doing? What was we saying the other day? Oh, when I was like, when I started twerking because when we were talking about theater. Which, speaking of theater, that's why I was like, what you not doing? Because when you was like, play.
It's on a list, but I have a journal where every idea I ever get, I write it down.
But when I wanted to do our audit again, I had to strong arm you into that first audit.
I just don't need to know.
You do need to know.
It will overwhelm me. I just be going from thing to thing.
One day, I have that recording on my computer. Ooh, I should find it.
No, you shouldn't.
Yes, we should. I bet you it's a bunch of other stuff on there. We did an audit of every single project we have, both for Classically Black and outside of it. I bet you the progress bar is 0.
It's 0.
Oh, mine.
It's 0.
Since then, yeah. Or maybe I think I posted maybe one video on YouTube probably since then, 1 or 2. No, it had to have been at least 2 because I posted 2 this year so far.
Did we did an audit this weekend? This weekend, you hear me? This year?
No, we did that audit in like maybe 2020.
That's what I thought.
2 or 3.
Because we're on Zoom.
Yeah, I remember I was at my grandma's house.
I just don't need to know. I just have my to-do list and I just worked on my to-do list. Nothing more.
It's a to-do list.
What?
It's a to-do list on a large scale, technically.
I said I want to add no more projects, and I've stuck to that for the most part. Yep, I think so.
Okay.
No more new projects.
Well, it's not really a project. Never mind. It's like a subset of.
It needs to be subsets.
That's the thing, because we be like, no new projects, and we're like, we could do a series in our other project because we got the other thing.
What other thing? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Remember the other thing? Sweep me some bread.
Oh yeah, and I have an idea for that. Are you watching Love Island?
I'm not. I said I would if we was doing the thing,
but also the whole daily thing. Us coordinating that. My issue with that was coordinating daily together. Yeah. But if we did a week wrap up, that was mine. Love Island. When you talk about Love Island, we talked about this on here. You have to. I feel like the people who do well talk about it every day because it's happening. It's like the only show that happens every day. Oh, Big Brother. Even though I never watched Big Brother, so I don't know. But Love Island, there's a new episode every day. It's kind of happening. Oh, Big Brother, they have a live streaming you could watch constantly. That's weird. Oh, because I guess it's like it's a Big Brother. You're a Big Brother.
Oh.
But anyway, we can offline about that. Right. Okay. Let me get to the end of this month. I mean, not with that because it's happening now. But
well, my summer plans June. I remember I was supposed to go to Amsterdam, but
you're not going?
That would be this week.
Oh,
this upcoming week I would be. No, I'm not going because money, and I'm glad that
not the M word.
Right. I'm glad that I canceled that because my sister texted me the other day. Are you coming with us to Africa for my birthday? Last we talked about Africa, you wasn't going, and then she was like, "Oh, I changed my mind, Libra shit." I was like. I mean, fine. She's turning 30. It's a big birthday. So now I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I would like to go. But so that's in the back of in my head. That's not in summer. She'll probably go close to her birthday. But for the summer, I can't. June is a fever dream. Because 2 things that we were supposed to be doing in June, we're not doing no more. So hopefully June is working. Like.
Wait, the thing that right there, we're not doing that?
Oh, we are doing it?
I thought we were because you said we did.
That's what I thought. But I couldn't remember. But then when you said just now, I could go either way. Trying to be outside. I thought you was doing your own thing.
Well, yeah, on Juneteenth, on the day.
Oh, okay.
It's a Thursday.
No, we can do that.
Okay,
we can do that. Okay, so one of the things we are doing again.
That's gonna be a cute little cookout.
And then, but one of the things we're not doing because the dates don't work no more. With Aurora.
Oh yeah,
it don't work no more. So hopefully June is working unless I'm forgetting something. July, we're going to Vegas, right?
We should make sure we're going.
Yeah. You guys want to live stream with us or vlog in the car?
We're driving so we can bond.
On a road trip. We're going to Vegas.
Get my oil changed. My car been telling me like, girl. I'm like, listen, girl, la. It tell me the mileage. Now apparently it's the date or the mileage, whichever one comes first. Every car I've had, I've done the latter. Nothing happened yet. But every time I turn that car on, she's like, so when are we finna do this? It says like maintenance required. I'm like, girl, maintenance kind of crazy. It's an oil change. Like, and I drive like 3 miles a day. Relax. You stressing me for no reason.
Well, hopefully we make it there.
She'll get us there.
July might be a busy month for me because I might have a friend coming to visit Los Angeles who wants to do a lot of stuff. So, and then August we're gonna be doing our Classically Black book club, right? So stay tuned for that. What about you?
I'm gonna be checking ass with my hands. I'm trying to have fun. I want to have fun. I want to see what LA in the summertime has to offer. So I plan on being outside, going to Everyday People. I missed the first Everyday People, but that worked out because I was not gonna have the energy for that. I think it was like right after we got back from the Bay or something. So I plan on being outside. I'm going to Chicago. Going to Vegas in July. Back to back weekends.
Oh, for real? Why?
Chicago's.
Oh, I thought you were going to Vegas back to back weekends.
Oh, no. And then Vegas next weekend. And then what am I doing in June? Juneteenth things, working outside. I want to be on a rooftop. I do want to learn La Campanella because I found it it was a prop.
Listen, if the vent wasn't right here, I would put my bass stand right here, and that could be a prop.
Oh, but
if the vent wasn't right there, I would do it. Okay, it's burning a hole in the vent.
I'm saying a multi-$1,000 bass is a prop. It's insane.
Well, some be props. Like
that's true. I mean, it could go here.
Okay.
But also that should be on your side. Maybe we switch sides.
Yeah, that's all. I was like, dang, if the vent wasn't right there, it would go because it's right there right now. I just can't see it. It's propping up our tripod. No, I'm just kidding. No, we stuck the tripod in the F hole to get a better angle.
Yep.
Gotta be useful for something.
That's crazy. But yeah, I want to learn La Campanella. But right now it's a prop. I didn't know that it was up there. So that's how that's going.
Right. Classical music, priority in our lives.
Yeah. I mean, I have a gig tonight. That should be something.
Hanging your viola on the wall right there?
Might as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I didn't get my viola fixed because her fine tuner came out. I said, whoa.
Oh, you know what? We could use as props, those lamps that my mom has.
Oh.
You know she's been plotting on those, so.
Oh, maybe.
But I mean,
you know, why not? No. Well, yeah, those are my plans. Trying to read more. I got into reading when I was in Columbia because I was like, I don't want to sit here and scroll on my phone. Yeah, my reading has been crazy this year. Yeah, I haven't really been into it. I think I've read 2 books this year. It might have been. Well, you did more than me. I'm literally 80 pages out from finishing Harry Potter, and I need to go back. I'm good. Like when I tried to read it a couple weeks ago, I did not remember what's happening, and I was just like, I'm just gonna keep reading until. Come on, I literally can't. I'm not going back to the beginning of this. Like that's insane. But yeah, another readathon. Literally no. Literally no. Technically, one of the books I read was an omnibus manga, which is 3 volumes in one. So technically, I read 4 books this year. Period. But yeah, I don't think I'm coming in. I think I had a 30 book goal. I just don't foresee that happening. Because I'm maybe 10 books this year I might finish. Because I didn't have a goal going into it, but I would say I expected to read more than I read last year. I don't remember how many books I read last year. Probably around 15. Like nothing crazy. So we'll see. And I want to go on a rooftop and tan. Now, I know whatever. Put that thought away, because I like that glowy moment I had for the day or two after I came back from Columbia is exactly what I wanted to tan when I was there. I did, because I just like the way I was looking a little dull in wartime. Just want a glow from within type of vibe. So I'm gonna find somebody rooftop and get a day pass and tan. Okay. Those are my plans, and look cute and go to coffee shops and day parties and see what's what's going on with it.
Okay.
Let us know your summer plans. What are y'all doing? Are you going to music festivals? Probably a lot of y'all going to music festivals.
I forgot about that.
I saw Emmanuel at Spoleto. I said I forgot about Spoleto. You still doing that? Ain't nothing wrong with Spoleto. It's just Auntie's too old for that. It's too much. It's 100% humidity. It's like 90 degrees every day. You walk in 20-30 minutes with your instrument. Like,
yeah, it's too much.
It's a good time. It's a good hang for sure. It's just you do that when you young. Like, no, you in a dorm. It's too much going on. It's too much. And the dorms are further from me. It's too much. So happy that's over with. But I had a good time. Shout out to Leto, period.
Alrighty, well, getting into the topic this week, we are talking about influencerdom in classical music. We did an episode like this years ago, but we have a different angle on it now, and also a different perspective because we are not where we were years ago. We are talking specifically about being brand safe in classical music because it's a conversation we've had internally for a little minute now. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about the state of content creation in classical music, what it's looked like, what our experience has been with it as consumers, and then get a little bit into what it's like as content creators. So, how many classical music content creators do you follow, sister? About the same amount as how she want to go to that museum.
Oh no, I follow Baba Tunde.
Oh yeah.
I want to rest when I'm on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that funny guy, that faculty. I don't know if I follow him, but I wouldn't mind following him. He comes up on my feed enough that I don't know. That sounds haterish. I just never thought to. But he's faculty at Curtis. Is he faculty at Curtis? That white man, he's a cellist, and he be doing them little skits. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Maybe I'd recognize his
face.
You'll
recognize him, or maybe I got the school wrong. Maybe it's not Curtis. Maybe it's Colburn. It's definitely Curtis. And he on faculty there.
Faculty at Curtis with a sense of humor?
That's what I said. Well, maybe that's why I'm like, maybe it's not Curtis. Maybe it's Charles. I don't know.
Well, faculty, not student. So, my bad, y'all. Nobody at Curtis got time to listen to this. So,
right. I'm trying to think like, or maybe I'll be seeing him on Classically Black stuff.
Probably because it's all in our algorithm.
I'm like, but he be doing little skits and stuff like that. One was so funny. It was like, you know, when someone gives you a compliment after a recital, and it's like, oh, I loved your second movement. He's like, so the first movement wasn't good. Like, I actually was like, like,
that's the standard. Damn.
Nah. Like, I was like, oh, this is enjoyable. Maybe I do. Maybe it's on my personal thing because I scroll for a little bit. I don't see him. But so 1.5. How about you?
I mean, I follow a couple people. It's in there, and I follow a couple. Like, I mean, obviously, I also do the news segment, so I follow like classical music outlets. I mean, I don't think I follow the Violin channel. I definitely follow Classic FM. I think I used to follow the Violin channel on the Strap, but I don't anymore. But content creators, I mean, Joe.
Oh, Joe is technically a content creator, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe. So 2.5.
But I follow a couple, definitely, I think somewhere between less than 10, I would say probably.
Oh, and I follow, what's his name? Oh, not Winton. Clayton, because he does those beat stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, think of content because it's like obviously I follow Melissa White, but she's not making content. She's just posting, you know. But yeah, so 3.5.
Yeah. But and then some of those people, I mean, I can't remember who we even just named, but some of those people are kind of like newer to it, or but then I feel like the landscape has changed because there are some people that were there like at the beginning, and like I'm trying to think. I feel like years ago, who did I follow? I probably still follow everybody that I followed like years ago, but I feel like the landscape of classical music influencing, maybe it hasn't changed that much. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how much has changed actually now that you mention that. Because at the beginning, I followed Drew because he went to Juilliard a year before I went to Eastman. So like he was doing all them vlogs and all the audition stuff. So I was like, okay,
the journey to Juilliard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was definitely. I feel like he was definitely. Like he was doing something different too.
It was different, yeah.
It was kind of like a breakthrough, and like, oh, you could for real be an influencer doing this, you know. Yes, I followed Drew for a long time.
Oh, there's another Juilliard oboist that be on my For You page, or not For You page, whatever it's called on Instagram. It does similar content, like a day in my life type of vlogs. But again, like I like, it's really no tea. I just don't follow. Like TikTok is so nosy, so she figured out eventually that I was a classical musician, but I really just try to separate.
Yeah, on TikTok I don't get nothing.
You don't get nothing?
But also I don't follow nobody. I don't even know if I follow a single classical musician. No, I follow April Slough Choi on TikTok, but I'm good. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to see if I could find, because that oboist has good content. Of course, the minute I look for it, it's not there. Because I might have interacted with something. Yeah, depends on the type of TikTok you are. If it wants to figure out what you like so badly. So like, I interacted with a general music teacher. A couple of them have been Black excellences, and so now it's like, okay, let's try this. But like violin content, viola content, like, I'm all here for leisure.
Oh damn, what was I about to say? I feel like I haven't followed anybody also new in a long time, and I don't follow like the type of stuff like the day in the life stuff, and I'm just like, I've been in music school before. That don't really interest me.
And also like, it's over, so
yeah. So I mean, I knew what you was doing today.
Yeah,
you're not gonna surprise me. I mean, it's not about a surprise, but some people it's about curiosity. Some people it's just about, oh, let me just see what they doing. Like, you just chilling with them, but I'm good. Most of the time, if I follow a musician, it's because like their personality or like I'm just interested to keep up with them. But it's not necessarily because like, ooh, what content they posted today or whatever. I was going to say I have a feeling that's why people follow classically. Like, it has to be because we don't post nothing else but content. We not, we don't post like recitals, videos and stuff like that. It's going to be episode clip or a reel / TikTok for the most part. So.
Yeah, I mean the Juilliard one was interesting because I stumbled upon it. I was like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, why you got orchestra so late? That's when and I moved away from it.
I feel like also, when I think about what does well classical music content, it's funny because we don't really do, like, I feel like people who play online do well, because that's also something that is not so niche, like especially if you play like covers and stuff like that, like, you can go viral outside of classical music if you do stuff like that. But also one thing I didn't think about is like meme pages. Oh, classical musicians like stuff like that.
Love memes. Oh shoot, start posting memes.
Yeah, we used to a little bit.
A little bit. It's not really my thing,
but not in the way, like, when I think of a meme page, it's kind of different from like what we used to do. Like, it wasn't a meme, like,
it wasn't a true
like that type of. It'd be hardy that
like slap it like Sometimes, I mean, we love y'all for real, but sometimes it's just a little corny.
Yeah. But I was like, that's a type of like content that does well in classical music. But when we were talking about what like the relationship between classical music industry and influencers and stuff like that, and how it's not really like I feel like classical music doesn't really tap into that a lot. But I was like, that's something that usually has a big following that like ain't nobody who's the follower of classical music memes daily. I don't even, that's probably a thing. But
probably.
Yeah. And let's invite them to do like, you know, like but also because usually the nature of those pages is that they're faceless anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Starting a spam account for Classically White?
No, we should. Classically White.
Why would that be?
Because I was just thinking about I stumbled across Aaliyah's Face's spam, and it was called Aaliyah's Toe. So I was trying to think of like the opposite. And people were like, wait, we found the spam account because she just posted like no hashtags, whatever, smacking the head. I'm like, is it Chipotle good, girl? And talking about Love Island, like, why is Love Island late? Because it was late one night. And people are like, wait, we found a spam. And people are like, the name is frying me, sister. Aaliyah's Toe is like, so I think the opposite.
Stay tuned for our meme page.
No.
I mean, not meme page, spam page. Anyway, let's get into the brand safe aspect of it. What do you feel like being brand safe in classical music?
I don't know. I feel like brand safe, because I think specifically for brand safe in classical music, I think about it being like aligning with the nature of classical music, which is like serious, quote unquote professional, even though y'all don't be professional. Like that's how I think about, because I think if you zoom out and you think about brand safe, like for Swiffer or Clinique, like it's depending on the brand, like you're not cursing a lot, you know, you're not involved in a lot of drama, like you kind of have a clean slate. I think that's a yes and in classical music. I think it's that and just buttoned up a little bit. That's what I think about.
I think this like levels to brand safe, because it's like it's that, because a lot of classical music organizations, I guess the tone of their brand is more, you know, calm, serious, but family friendly and just pretty neutral. So there's like that, there's like fitting into the brand, and then there's like when you get to the point where it's like, is this brand safe, there's also like the line, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like there's the cleanly fitting into the brand, and then there's this is a little outside of the brand, but it's not too outside of the brand. It's not up to the line of now this is unsafe for the brand, because they're like because like for example, to set Violin going on their tour, some of those they're at venues, they're not necessarily with the orchestra, but like technically they may be outside of the usual brand for the orchestra, but they're still brand safe enough because of what they doing, the type of humor that they do. So I think there's kind of like two different ways to think about being brand safe. Now us, classical music kind of, I also think it depends too, because there's some things that's like, if you're big enough, then being brand safe you can have some wiggle room, you know, especially because like if you're big enough, then the segments of the population that know you are so like they're in their own little worlds, that it's like we were just talking about, like Cardi B was voicing a cartoon, you know, like some people might have been upset with that if they listen to her music, but it's like also she has kids and her kids watch cartoons and whatever, you know, like it wasn't like it wasn't Nickelodeon didn't turn her away, you know, because at the end of the day kids still know who Cardi B is.
They didn't like animate, so I think that's also like I could see like her music is provocative, whatever you want to say, but like to your point about her having kids already, and it's like they're doing kid stuff, so it's like they didn't animate the WAP video for PBS, you know what I mean? Like it's like and Cardi B's not inherently problematic either, so I think that's why she's a big star. She has a family at the time, because even Offset was in that as well. So at the time it was like it worked because like she's a big star and she's not inherently problematic, versus like even if Tory Lanez had children, it like they're not gonna pick him. He's inherently problematic. He's a felon. Or Chris Brown has children. He not gonna be no royalty. Because it's like, what the heck? Like, he's not. Versus like Cardi B or even Meg doing kids stuff. You know, her music is suggestive or whatever, but well, not very suggestive. She says what it is.
Cardi too.
Right. If Meg did kids content, no, I feel like people who are haters would be like, why Meg doing this, da, da, da. But overall, like, who cares? She's not singing Bigger in Texas, you know, with a sitting out crisscross applesauce with a guitar, singing Bigger in Texas to a room full of preschoolers.
Shit ain't nothing new to me. I knew he was for the community. Y'all hoes stick around and get your heart broke.
Y'all
bounce on the nigga like booty cheeks.
Y'all hoes
Right.
pointing to the 30-year-olds.
I'm gonna bounce on the nigga like booty cheeks. Slide down on the dick like new shit.
Can you say that?
Say, talk him through it. Let him know what to do to me.
Like,
it's crazy.
but like, and also, I've been to some of these schools. Some of them would have let that happen. And I was walking out of that school in Memphis, and I heard them sing. I was appalled.
It's just something. I just really don't believe in it.
I really don't. I really don't. I did not like that. When I was walking out of that school and they were doing their Friday assembly, and them kids were singing that Sexy Red song. I don't even remember the name. What's it called? My Booty Pink, whatever. Wait, what was the one before that? It couldn't have been that one. It couldn't have been.
Town.
Oh,
And even the name.
I don't know which one's worse, actually. Is that the only two?
Pound Town is the one that you talking about. The booty.
What's the other song that she
Get
was?
it sexy. Get it sexy. Get it sexy.
It had to be Pound Town because I remember being floored.
Yeah, that's insane.
And also, I have a problem with kids even knowing that.
Yeah, you really should not even be.
When I did that activity with my kid, I'm not a parent, but some stuff you don't got to be a parent. Like when I was strong arm teaching a general music course. Whoa. And so I asked them, we did a steady beat rhythm, so I wanted to do some of their music because I don't listen to clean music either, but also I'm grown, I pay my taxes sometimes.
No, I'm saying. The beginning of this episode.
I paid last year. But one of the kids wrote this song. Well, he knew he would get in trouble. I'm like, I didn't give the reaction. He wanted whatever that song by Bruno Mars, like Sticky Wet, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Why do you even know what that song is? These are kids. These are children in LA. They're gonna know the Kendrick songs. Like they're gonna. But I don't know. I'm just kind of weird about that stuff because I feel like that stuff shouldn't be playing in the car when your kids are in there. Like either sit in silence, listen to jazz. They have kids music.
Yeah, listen to the radio. They'll censor it.
At best,
like, because they're not even gonna play that on the radio. I just mean even songs that are more neutral than that might have a curse word here and there, they're gonna censor it. They can listen to top 40. It's fine.
It's like y'all like.
That's why we need that kids classic black. Cause sometimes I think like we reach out or we're in a conversation with somebody. I'm like, dang, if they went on our page right now and click the last video, what they think? It'd be a toss up depending on what was the last video.
Depending on the week right now, it's fine.
Unless the Carcochine is that Pan video. That's funny.
I really do say anything. Why did I say that? I said something to Allison in Columbia. She's like, dog, my cousin says anything. Like, she says that. And I'm just like, why do I be saying that? Why did I say that?
You remember that thing I reminded you that you said the other day?
And then I don't even remember what I be saying. What
I cannot say it.
What was it about? You can't say that?
It was about Christmas. Celebrating Christmas and whether or not we should be. Because somebody said we shouldn't be. Yeah.
Because girl, I'm sorry. It's actually a slippery slope because it's like I see where she's coming from, but also, what do you really? I don't know. It's hard. That's hard. Cause like I get it, but also I get it. I more get it than I don't. But also, like, so always like, what you want us to do on a day? Yeah, actually, I had a point.
Okay, tell the people what you had a point about. Yeah, you're not saying it. I bet you're not gonna say it.
Oh God, help me.
Yeah. No, help them. Well, before you.
Well before. But yeah.
Anyway, let us know in the comments if you think we're brand safe.
Say yes, or we'll search your IP address and come find your home. Just kidding. Again, why did I say that? I didn't even know I was going to say that. I'm just surprised you are.
I have to, sometimes, I don't know what the impression is with Classic Black sometimes. I'll be like, but, I mean, we be on brand. Just trust us. We're not going to say nothing crazy.
Also, like, I'm an educator. Like, I know certain stuff.
I feel like we've had that conversation before, too. I feel like people, like,
it don't really matter.
They be taking you at face value. It's just like, because I remember I went to, and I don't necessarily think they were trying to, like, reel me in or whatever. I think Classically Black, though, a lot of people, they just don't know how stuff is done. But, like, when we do live shows and stuff, like, we're not scripting anything. And we also have to be careful about how much we talk, because the show is not done scripted. So, like, we'll do, like, a loose outline. And, like, okay, if this topic doesn't come up, you introduce it, stuff like that. But we touch base, and then what happens at the show happens at the show. And I did a show now with Katie, and it was so heavily scripted that I was like trying to like get out of it. And I remember in one of the rehearsals, they were like, I like made like an off joke, and they're like, oh, do more of that. I'm like, can I? You know, like whatever. And I'm like, because this is not my voice. It don't feel like me, whatever. I'm like, I know it could be hard, but I'm just like, just let me do it. Like, just let me do it, you know? But sometimes people, especially classical music, like they so rigid. They just want to know exactly what you're going to say and exactly. And I'm just like, that's not how Classic Black work. Just give us the money.
But some people take a chance. Oh, what's happening? They was feeling this.
Oh, yeah. They took a chance. Our live show in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, you see us here, like, this is like, I really can't care about that too much because, I mean, it depends on the week, but, like, simply because it's like, at the end of the day, you're not going to just say whatever. Like, I don't got in those type of situation where I can't control anything that I say. Like, why did I say Carcucci in? I don't know. But, like, I could have held that in, like, if I need to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I've done a live show at a conference. And at that very same conference, there was another live show.
Oh, I remember that.
You got from Classically Black.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about Classically Black, but were they back? To be fair. Were they? Maybe the next year, but they ain't been around. I ain't seen. Is that show even still in existence?
I don't even know what it was called, to be honest.
Well, I couldn't tell you. I know who else it is, but I don't know what it's called.
So it's like,
that was a little.
It's like there's a certain decorum you have when you get in front of an audience, like.
Yeah, and it's like, know where you at, like,
and also the context,
place.
like you're at a professional conference.
It's like we joke at ourselves, but we just, I mean, that's not even the nature of our show. Like,
it really isn't.
That was just crazy. That was just random.
Insane.
Like, okay.
Whoa, mamas. It's too much, mamas. It's too much.
Well, anything to add?
Nope.
Okay.
It was fun. Let's watch Dalanie pull up her.
Well, you could be saying
just want to make sure you're ready.
That's all right, y'all. The reason why I timed it that way. But we ended up with the silence anyway.
All right, y'all. It's time for Black Excellence when we hype you up, and give your props to this room for everyone at the top. Who are you talking about?
This week I am once again wrapping it around and talking about Rosephayne Powell. Sorry, Dr. Rosephayne Powell. She is one of the most celebrated composers in choral music. She's had widespread acclaim for her catalog, which has been published by leading publishers such as Hal Leonard, Gentry Publications, Oxford University Press, Alliance Music Publications, and Shawnee Press. Her compositions have been performed, recorded, and premiered by world-renowned conductors and ensembles, and apparently against her will one time. They've been performed on huge stages such as Carnegie Hall and Lincoln Center, and Spivey Hall, and she's had a lot of distinguished ensembles bring her works to life, including the Grammy Award-winning men's vocal ensemble Chanticleer. She is also an educator, so shout out to her for that. And we wish her all the best of luck in the situation she's going through right now. But I'll link her website so you guys can check her out.
Period. What's that piece she wrote? That one that you talking about earlier?
Where Was God?
That's my piece of the week. Thank you so much for listening to Classically Whack Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Classically Whack Podcast. We have a Patreon where we be, cutting up. That's patreon.com/Classically Whack Podcast. We got merch. ClassicallyBlackPodcast.com/store. Get you something. You don't want no box work on your arm? Exactly. Thanks for listening. We'll catch y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.